it will be just and equitable for President Muhammadu Buhari to hand over to candidates from the Southeast in 2023, the Ohaneze youth said on Thursday. It insisted that it was the turn of the Southeast to produce the president's successor. According to him, for equity, peace and justice to reign, Nigerians, especially the North, should support the Southeast in their bid. Buhari should hand over to an Igbo candidate in 2023. It is a glaring fact that it is the turn of the Southeast in 2023, Dozie said. To him, anything short of a president from the Southeast will not be fair to the region. Also, President of Ohaneze Ndigbo in Anambra State, Chief Damian Okeke Ogene, restated that the organization's position that is the Southeast turn to produce President Buhari's successor. Dozie and Okeke Ogene were reacting to a statement yesterday by past Secretary General of Arewa Consultative Forum (ACF), Chief Anthony Sani, who said that President Buhari was not a product of a rotation. Dozie said the former ACF scribe was expressing his personal opinion. Malam Mama Daura, President Buhari's family member, stirred the honestness when he said in an interview with the Hausa service of the British Broadcasting Corporation (BBC) on Wednesday that only the most competent, irrespective of region, should be elected as president in 2023. The All Progressives Congress (APC) distanced itself from Daura's statement. Deputy National Publicity Secretary Yekini Nabena said that it's not a position but a personal opinion, but an individual who happens to be a member of her party. Similarly, the People's Democratic Party (PDP) denounced Daura's comments. Deputy National Publicity Secretary Diron Odeyemi said, "We shall come up with a zoning formula which will define where our presidential candidates will come from." The Igbo Apex Sociocultural Organization Ndigbo, Ohaneze Ndigbo, and the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra also faulted Daura for the comment. Ohaneze President General Chief Nnaya Nwodo, through his media aide Chief Emeka Atama, said, "All we know is that it is the turn of the South where we have abundant competent individuals who can steer the ship of this country, particularly among Ndigbo." Yesterday, Sani argued that Buhari was not a product of rotation. The former ACF scribe said, aside from former President Goodluck Jonathan in 2011 and 2015, no fewer than 70 presidential candidates contested against Buhari in 2019. He said, "I find it curious when some groups like Ohaneze would say that President Buhari was a product of a national consensus on zoning or rotation of position of presidents to the north. The fact of history says no to that." He said, "I agree that the annulment of elections of June 12, 1993 morally blackmailed the nation into fielding General Obasanjo of PDP and Chief Olufalaye of AD and APP in 1999 to make up the annulment and death of the winner, Chief MKO Abiola. I also agree that President Obasanjo wanted to enthrone politics of zoning and rotation when he foisted President Yar'Adua on the nation. But this did not last because apart from General Buhari's bid in 2003 against President Obasanjo, which was against letter and spirit of zoning and rotation, President Jonathan from the south contested against President Buhari from the north, not only in 2011 but also in 2015. In 2019, of about 76 presidential candidates, about 70 were Southerners. All this shows there is no national consensus on rotation and zoning that is binding on political parties. Therefore, it is either the proponents of politics of identity symbolized by rotation and zoning make it a law, or they design a winning game plan and send to the nation to secure their needed electoral mandates. The publicity secretary of ACF is right when he said yesterday, Thursday, that currently rotation and zoning are still affairs of political parties and must be seen and treated as such in the interest of our multi-party democracy. But Okeke Ogene told the nation that Sani's comment bordered on selfishness. He believed it will be selfish for the North not to support the Southeast for the presidency in 2023. He said Nigerians massively voted for President Buhari during the 2015 general election, partly to compensate for the death of former President Yar'Adua. Why are they no longer thinking towards rotation? Is it because the position is coming to the south? Is that not a sign of being selfish? A president from the southeast in 2023 is a right and not a privilege. It is this denials by the north that has given birth to the various agitations in the land today. Calculate the number of years the North had been in power in this country with the South, yet they are not better off. Well, to me, all this, everybody is clamoring, oh, I want to be this, I want to be this, I want to be that. The ones that have governed before, the ones that have left before, we will continue to say it, we will continue to sound like broken records. What have they brought to the table? Where have they led us to? That is the question. Anybody who is coming, what do you have in plan? Is this just to fulfill the, to fulfill all righteousness? To just say, oh yes, these people have been in power, this one have been in power. At the end of the day, what have they done? See Buhari now. I think the North should be rejoicing because they are still eating. You have not finished the one you are eating. You are still dragging. You are still talking about this thing. In my opinion, all of them are selfish. Whether Mama Daura is saying the right thing that, okay, it is not supposed to be zoning. It's supposed to be based on competence. Because before now, they were not speaking in that language. But now they are speaking in that language. But what I believe and what well-meaning Nigerians believe is that there is no zone or there is no area you will go if you want to get the most competent person that has the quality to be a leader. There is no zone that you will not find them. They are there. We are just deceiving ourselves. We are just deceiving ourselves. And the way at which we are going, the way we are being formed, we are not together. We are not. We are just trying to how would I put it? We are just pretending to be together. We are just trying to be one. If you look at everybody, we have different culture. We have different mindsets. So for the fact that we are trying to come together, we are forcing ourselves to come together, which would have been a good thing. The only way is to, the rotation will be okay. But in my opinion, Mama Daura, who is saying, oh, it is by competence, not by zoning. If you look at what they have been doing even before now, they loved that zoning. They prefer that zoning. And like I've always said, it is the party, just like they are saying too, it is the party that will determine who is going to go. Because if when Asiwaju Bola Tinubu with the rest of them that came together, what was their plan? Because if really they had plan, if really they concluded very well, they had a very solid plan coming together, because if really they wanted all these things to have come to the way they want it, all of this will not be coming up. It shows that they didn't do their work very well. Because if they had done their work very well, we'll not be hearing all of these things. Because it would have been settled among them. Then, okay, I'm coming, we are merging together what we come up at the end of the day. Who is going first? Who is not going to go first? Then you are going to write it in place. And I think that is what the Northerners have seen. And that is the loophole. And I just believe that is what the Northerners have seen, that there was no proper documentation as to say, okay, after Buhari, who is going to go next? That is why they are now coming to say that it is going to be based on competence and all of that. But if you look at everything, look at all the regions, you can get the best. We can get the best. So if they didn't get that their merging or their mergers very well, it's going to be difficult. It is going to be difficult. But if we want to look outside all of these things, they have been the ones that have been producing the presidency or whatever the president. What have they done? What have they done? So do we now say that Buhari came on the basis of competence? Because if it was so, if people believed that it was on that basis, but now I think they miscalculated, because with what we are seeing, there's no competence anywhere near Buhari. There's no competence at all. They are just trying to form it or frame. They only talk if we talk about integrity, that even the integrity is questionable. really, really questionable. So, all those who are saying, oh, the Southeast should produce this thing, the next president. You all have your parties now. We have all the parties in the country, the political parties. Go back to your party and tell them, not you are not going to be telling Nigerians. Go to your party and arrange that, because the Nigerian people will not, it is the people or any candidate that you present that Nigerians will vote for. So you have to go back. That is, to me, go back to your parties and make that arrangement. Stop coming on the pages of newspaper and be telling us Southeast is their turn. It's not their turn. Say it, because all of you are we have Igbos in the PDP, we have the Southeast in the APC, we have them all over the political parties. Go and settle your case there. Then if you guys agree, anything you feel, then the masses will now have their own, it will not be their turn, or it will not be their own responsibility to vote, because you cannot just go and pick somebody because the person must come from a political party. You have to go and get yourself ready in that your political party and arrange it before you come out and tell us it is the turn of the Igbos, or it is not the turn of the Igbos. So guys, let us hear your opinion concerning what Ohanaeze has said, that Buhari should hand over to Southeast candidates by 2023.